one of the worst things you can tell somebody is come up with your own values.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Aristotle, you cannot do that. But we are the lucky inheritors of all these moral traditions. There's a Stoic tradition. There's an Epicurean tradition. There's a Jewish tradition of obedience to law, the Christian tradition of grace, God's grace, and the rationalist tradition based on Enlightenment rationalism, John Stuart Mill's liberalism. There's all these moral traditions. And one of the things I got at my college was they said, we're not going to tell you which one to pick, but which one's right for you. And I found a moral tradition that I think, well, yeah, that seems true to me. So schools can do that. And somehow schools have gotten out of the business of moral formation and they've got into the business of career prep.
Yeah.
And when you do that, first of all, the school loses its moral core. I think that's one of the problems with the universities. They've lost the moral core of the institution. And secondly, people come out morally unformed. And my students, I would tell them, you're not bad, obviously, but you're morally inarticulate. You don't even have words like redemption and grace and sin to describe your process of inner growth. When I asked them about their moral life, they would talk to me about their community service. And I would say, no, I've asked you about something internal to yourself, and you've described something external to yourself. And you can trace the decline in moral articulateness by looking at Google Ngrams, which measure words, words are in common usage in books, magazines, and newspapers. And over the last century, words like honor, courage, honesty, moral words, they have plummeted by 50 or 60% in usage. We just don't talk about this stuff anymore. And words having to do with career have spiked. And the result is people become less morally formed, I think, and therefore untrustworthy. 2 generations ago, if you asked Americans, do you trust your neighbors? 60% said yes. Now it's 30% and 19% of millennials. And people are distrustful because people have become untrustworthy.